Now, see this? Y'all know I didn't have this. Something bit me. But see, that's the price when you keep messing with it. When somebody say, leave the bump alone, leave the bump alone. So you won't get this mark. So how you doing? This is your girl Bebe Screen Queen, and yes, we are back with another top three series. But this time it's going to be top four because this is like hard for me, and I don't like when things get hard for me. I always say things, and all of a sudden it's kind of like I want to say get your mind out of the gutter, but see that's just me. It's like nobody was thinking that. We understand what you what you saying, baby, but why your mind had to go there? Look, it's just like every time I say something, it's just like always. So today will be today is going to be a special day because I am going to reveal my favorite top four musicals. Wicked is not one of them. I have yet to see it, and The Wizard of Oz is not one of them. Shocking because that is my favorite movie of all time, my number one favorite movie of all time. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the notification bell button when I post up new videos, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok under the same name, Bebe Screen Queen. So let's just start. Coming in at number four of my top four favorite musicals is 1961's West Side Story. I know what y'all going to say. Okay, I know what y'all gonna say. Why you gonna like that one when they brown face the heck out of it than the remake? All I gotta say with the remake is good, but it just didn't entice me. I said now I forgot the chick who played as Anita. I like her character. I think I connected with her character because her character expressed emotions, and I don't think that she, um, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say with that one. What am I trying to say? I know. I think that she did Anita justice. That's what I meant to say. And the part where Bernardo was unalived and how she and Maria was singing, their songs, a boy like that, and then I have love in a song that I am right or wrong, and then how the new Anita was looking in the room because her and Bernardo spent more time in the bedroom, laughing and giggling, making love and all that stuff, and that look, knowing that he is not there no more, that they can't experience that. I understand that, but in a different type of relationship, but knowing that you looking all around, knowing that this is it, this is the end. Like she killed that role as Anita. The dancing in the remake was kind of like all around the place. It's like that's a Latina. What you got? I know that. I know that. It's just something was a bit off with the dance numbers in the remake, where in the original one it's more fluid and you can follow it. But it's just so many things was happening all around. It was to a point where how see, well, at least this one got rhythm. I'm Pretty in Pink, the prom scene, and when they pan out to the people dancing on the dance floor, and none of them can can't be on beat. They don't have no rhythm, and so your eyes just crisscross till you make it. Jump, jump. Oh gosh, it's just like no one can dance. I'm trying to find one. I thought I found one, but no. But that's neither here nor there. What I love about this one, it does have that Romeo and Juliet type of vibe. Talking about the sharks and the jets. The jets are white people and white men, and the sharks. Yeah, the jets are the white men, and the sharks are the Puerto Rican men, right? They came from Puerto Rico, and with the sharks, with the Puerto Ricans, and I think this takes place in New York, New York, yeah, somewhere like that, and they just want a better life, and so you get Anita played by Rita Moreno, the Rita Moreno, was trying to tell Bernardo, like, Maria, it's free to have fun. She's in America now because at the dance, Maria met Tony, part of the Jets. And Maria is the sister of the head of the Sharks, Bernardo. And you get Maria and Tony falling in love real quick. And they, keeping their relationship a secret until Anita found out. But that's what the whole thing is. But it's a Capulet and a Montague. Is a Capulet? Shoot. Dag. But at this age now, it's kind of like I'm going to forget things. Okay, so don't judge me on that. But the dance numbers and the songs, oh my gosh! And even though Anita was a bit naive, like you can do anything, you can be free, you can have fun. But Renata was like, yeah, that's what they sell you a bag of goods. But remember, you are Puerto Rican. You are brown skin, honey child. They're going to treat you like crap. Yeah, they want you. They want to what they want to take from you. But when they don't need you anymore, once they taking all your energy and what you can do for them, they're going to, and they're going to hurt you, this and that. So when Bernardo and Riff, the leader of the Jets, passed on, what almost happened with Anita. Anita was like, okay, so Bernardo was right. Bernardo was right. If one of you lying in the street bleeding, I'll walk by and spit on you. Now, what I like about the remake with that scene is that how Rita Moreno, she didn't reprise her role, but she was in charge of the shop, and telling these dudes like, you say that you don't like us, you call us lazy and dirty, whatnot, but you doing the, but what are you doing? If you don't like dirt and you calling us dirty, why? And are and women in our community dirty? Why you want to roll around in your words, quote unquote, dirt, right? So it's kind of like, what are y'all doing? You say that you don't like us, and or like you go to school, if somebody don't like you, they mess with you. It's like, if I am repulsive to you, why you want to mess with me? Either that you jealous or you in love with me. Take your pick. I mean, pick a struggle. Okay, I think you like me because you think that I'm not going to accept your likeness, and you want to be in my life by making fun of me and just want what you got instead of telling me how you feel, or just be woman or man enough just to say, hey, I'm jealous because I feel like you have stuff going on, this and that and the third. My whole thing is get to know the person, point blank period. But the dances I love, I will say I like to be in America dance, a rooftop dance, and I love the just play it cool, boy, real cool. That dance number is great. And what I love about that dance number, keep it just play it cool. Like, is that the song? I was like, is that the song? Cool, boy, crazy boy. Stay cool, keep cool. Is that dance number in the parking garage and the beginning of the movie? You get Bernardo and his two friends, Chino and some other dude, and they just snap, 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 and then they do the dance like this, and then they right, what have you. And if y'all don't know, that Michael Jackson did take those dance moves, inspiration. He did say this, and put it in his Bad album. You get the part in the garage, all the men and women dancing, they getting riled up in the climax of the dance number, and they just doing, and they skip and they start doing that dance and what have you. You see that in Bad music video, where Bernardo Chino and his other dude in the beginning, they did this, and then they kick, what have you. You see that in Bad album dance break. Maybe the snap, and the tying of the hand, going around and around. That was in Beta. That's from the West Side Story. So Michael Jackson is a fan of the West Side Story and all these musicals. So he's inspired by what he had seen in movies. Especially with Fred Astaire with Smooth Criminal. That's heavily Fred Astaire inspired. But yeah, I like to be in America. That dance number with Anita and her homegirls, man, I know that dance to the T, and I love it. Um, but all like what I love, like what it represents, like y'all hate each other for what? Who died and like who passed away in the process? Riff and Bernardo, not Tony. What Tony could have done, say, Gino, try to unalive me too, Gino, and then he realized that Maria was alive. He could have said, "My bad, Gino. Don't try to." But Gino was ready to go for Tony, okay? Because like you saw my girl and whatnot. But yeah, I like the whole like Romeo and Juliet feel to it, because that's basically what it was. But hey, I love it. So that is my number four, 1961's West Side Story. Coming in at number three of my top four favorite musicals is 1965's The Sound of Music. I know y'all gonna say, why you didn't put that number two or number one, baby? Let me tell you something. This was a hard pick, but there's a reason why what I have for number two and number one. Okay. Uh, but The Sound of Music, I remember my mother introduced me and my siblings to The Sound of Music. She said we had the VHS tape, and she said once you see and once you watch this movie, and after it's over, you're gonna learn how to sing, and you're gonna learn the notes and everything. And baby, yes, I did. Um, the hills are alive with the sound of music. I mean, the songs in this movie is so timeless, and every time I take a shower, I find myself singing these songs. All right. Daffodils, green meadows, skies full of stars, raindrops of roses, whiskers of bright carpet kettles and warm woolen mittens.
Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Now, mind you, my voice ain't warmed up, okay? I have confidence. And she almost. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am 16, going on 17. I know that I'm naive.
Fellows I meet may tell me I'm sweet, and willingly I believe.
I am 16, going on 17. 17, what? So long, farewell. What else? Doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, yes. So do la fa mi do re. Yeah. Yeah. Edelweiss. Every morning you meet me, small and wise, clean and bright. Okay, that ain't it. You look happy to meet me. High on the hill with a lonely girl to lay. He yelled back to the lonely girl to lay. But I just love it because it's about Maria who needs to be a governess to 7 kids, Von Trapp kids, okay? They will run amok. And then you meet Captain Von Trapp, Georg, played by the one and only Christopher Plummer. Okay, Maria played by the Julie Andrews, of course. Christopher Plummer looked handsome, my goodness. Have you remember in the movie Wolf with Michelle Pfeiffer and Jack Nicholson? He even looked good in that. Knives Out, he even looked good. Oh, he was handsome. Oh, he passed away. But yeah, she trying to like get in with the children, want to know like why they so militant. It's kind of like the Georg was just treating the children like they in the army. They never had fun, so she decided like to take them to have fun, make their clothes out of curtains. Girl can sew. Mm-hmm. And and they have fun and they love Maria. Of course, they played a like trick on putting a frog in her pocket, putting a pine cone in a chair. And then when it was raining, that's when the dog bites, when the beast, yeah, and then she fell in love with Georg Maria, and so did Georg. But my favorite part is when they get into it, and it's just kind of like they want to have Maria said they want to have fun. Like you don't know your children, get to know your children. And you like your daughter Lisa be sneaking out seeing Rolf. Okay. Oh, I love that dance number between Rolf and Lisa. I am 17, going on 18. Ah, take it. I am 16, going on 17. Yeah, that dance number. I love that dance number. But I think the thing is that Georg realized that life is being brought back to their house because their mother, his wife, the kid's mother, loved music, and because she's gone, he's like stoic, and so in a way, he did fall in love with Maria Georg because when he was singing Edelweiss, Edelweiss, and then when he was singing, he was looking at Maria. Oh gosh, that was so handsome. But Baroness Schrader, she was, she didn't like that, and in a way, she kind of pushed Maria away. But then Maria came back, and then her and Georg was singing. It must have been my youth or childhood. I must have done something good. Nothing comes from nothing. I can't sing right now because my voice ain't warmed up. And then they had to perform for the final time because this dude want Georg to be a soldier be a Nazi, to do what. And he didn't want to, so they got to perform. Well, they got to perform, before they made him seem like, yeah, perform for the last time so he can do what he got to do. And then they did, and they ran off. They almost got caught, but then they lived happily ever after. It was sad in the least knowing that what yet was yet to come, because because it takes place in Austria. It's like you gotta uh, do that out of Hitler, signature move. But it's kind of like no. Yeah, it was like hell no. Um, but yeah, I just love it's feel good. It's a feel good movie. And the song. Oh yeah, climb every mountain is like for Maria to face her fears and just say you in love and this is your destiny. This is what God has given you. To do, to take care of to do this. This is your calling. You ain't not meant to be a sister. Oh yeah. How do you solve a problem like Maria? That one, it's always that one nun that always, what you call, always get on your nerves. But yeah, I love it. It came on like either a week or two ago, and still, my mother loves it, and every time I hear it, I'm like, I'll depend on you, though, a dear, a female. Yeah, I just love it, and it's timeless. It's timeless, and it still holds up. Like West Side Story still holds up. So coming in at number three is 1965's The Sound of Music. Coming in at number two of my top four favorite musicals is 1997 Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. Now, good news, I am doing the movie review of this. Yes, I am after this. So I can't say much. I can't say much. But all I got to say is that it was ahead of its time. And I love even though it is Broadway on TV, movie kind of, they call that a film episode, but is a Broadway on TV. And this is not the first time. This is a remake of what they did on Broadway on TV. Let me check this out. Excuse me. Right here, it says, it's kind of a remake of 1965's Rogers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, which they had, I think it was on TV at first and then it was on VHS. I don't know. I gotta ask my mother on that one because she grew up on that. Okay, my mother was born 1954, and so she was 11. Wait, it depends on when it came out. Let me see. 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 Oh, she wasn't 11 yet. That came out on February 22nd, 1965. So she was 10 going on 11 at that time when that came out. So when Cinderella in 1997 came out, I was already 11. That's crazy. And so that was like a remake of that. And which is taken from a story from uh Hammerstein, Oscar Hammerstein II, and it's a French novel from Perrault. But I guess what Oscar did with the story, he changed it up, and I mean it's ahead of its time. You never seen it before in the 90s to have a diverse cast. Whitney Houston, along with many others, but it was Whitney Houston who decided to do all this, to have Brandy to be princess and Paula Montalban to be the prince. And she was supposed to be Cinderella, Whitney Houston, but because she was in her late 30s, early 40s at that time, I forgot. She just said, you know what, somebody else can do it, and she picked Brandy, and it was the best choice. And then you got Bernadette Peters as a stepmother, Natalie Desselle, rest in peace to her, Vianne Cox as the stepsisters. You got Whoopi Goldberg and Victor Garber as the king and queen. You got Jason Alexander playing as Lionel, and you got Paula Montalban playing as Prince Christopher, and Brandy playing as Cinderella, and Whitney Houston playing as the fairy godmother. Hoo. And the dancing and everything, the songs, oh, and the chemistry between Prince Christopher and Cinderella. Oh, it's, I can't say much. It was chemistry. It's I mean, you can feel the love, you can feel everything. And out of all, the Cinderella's couples who play as Cinderella and Prince Christopher, their chemistry was strong, strong. But I get into that once I do a movie review. But I just love what it represents. Of, you can dream and wish all you want to, but it's up to you to fulfill those dreams and wishes. Same thing if you think about it. And you may need someone to nudge you and not to apologize for having fun and to have those dreams and to go and to make it happen. Those are your dreams, and you shouldn't have to feel low when you do it or when you think about it. I wanted to be a dancer so bad. Yeah, movies. I love talking about movies because that's my strength. If it's not movies, then it's gonna be music that I will talk about. And with the music, it runs deep in my family. It runs heavily deep in my family. I was in a talent show for three grades in middle school, sixth through eighth grade, and I was in choir for 2 years, junior year and senior year, women's ensemble and advanced. Child, you got to audition for that, and I made it. And but I love to dance. I love to dance, and I wish I pursued that. When I was young. I mean, just taking dance lessons and ballet, go to Juilliard and possibly dance on Broadway and being a choreographer to artists or maybe, plays and stuff like that and or create my own dance team. That was my dream. You can't tell me anything. But yeah, I just love the movie. It's diverse and it had a historical moment. But I will get into that once I talk about that in my movie review. But Cinderella 1997 will always have a place in my heart, and every time when I look at it, it's just like brings me back to when it first premiered, when I just sat in front of the TV, just couldn't wait, and I just been so being all like, oh my gosh, it's so good, it's so good. I was like, oh, and Brandy, being my art, those who watched it being like our first black princess, it's just, oh, it meant so much to us at that time because you never seen it before, especially like on mainstream media. So yeah, I love 1997 Cinderella. I just love it. It's my number two. It's always gonna be my number two. Actually, I don't know because with number one in this with number one musical and this one, it was a toss up, so I had to do a toss up, so that's why it lands on number two. But I think it's good that it lands on number two. So coming in at number two is 1997's Roger Hammerstein's Cinderella. Coming in at number one of my top four favorite musicals of all freaking time is 1978's The Wiz. Now, I did do a movie review of The Wiz during my Baby Rose era when I had three channels, and my second channel was all about TV and movies. Okay, and that was one of them, The Wiz. I did a movie review on that one, and y'all may say, "Oh, baby, why is that your number one?" Well, because it is, and what it represents. And if you want to know my life, watch The Wiz, because now this is a black version of The Wizard of Oz. Is more closer to the book than the original Wizard of Oz, which the Wizard of Oz will always be my number one favorite movie. But I'm more closer with this one. Yes, yeah, the representation, yes, but the storyline, I connected with this movie because of it. The other one, I didn't, and is about a young woman, 24-year-old Dorothy, who lives with her aunt and uncle, Aunt Em and Uncle Henry, and she has she's a teacher. The little kids, I guess, a kindergarten teacher, and Aunt Em just telling Dorothy that I know it's scary out there, but you just got to face your fears. Now take the new job being a high school teacher and find a place for you and Toto. It's time to make a home for your own. And you can see that fear that Dorothy bottled up inside. It's just like your comfort zone is with them, and if you go out there and try something new and put yourself out there, you dealing with people with different personalities. Oh gosh. And so now with the tornado storm, now we in the upside down world of New York, and the Munchkins are grown but children, teenagers at least. I'm like, yo, you stay against that wall. Don't come out of the wall like wall like that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? No, no. Oh, I love it. This one's sweet thing. Let me tell you about the world and the way things are right. You come from a different place, and I know you travel far right. I mean, she had to go through life trying to find the Wiz and thinking that the Wiz would take her back home. And so she met up with the Brain Scarecrow, played by the one and only, the greatest entertainer of all time, Michael Jackson. Yeah, played by. I said that already. And she met Tim Man the Heart, played by Nipsey Russell, and she met the Cowardly Lion, played by Ted Ross, no relation. So you got the Cowardly Lion, the Heart, the Tin Man, the Brain, the Scarecrow. So they're going on this journey, and they going through hoops. Okay, I love the Emerald City. What it will be green? Wouldn't it be called dead? Red cause you don't see green, red. Yeah, in the color red. Ooh, doom, 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 doom. I keep hitting you. Doom, 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 doom. Quincy Jones did the freaking thing. Oh, but gold. Oh my good, gold, 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 gold. Ow, and the dance. Doom, doom, doing Quincy Jones was playing on that piano. The dance number in the gold scene. Oh my gosh, I love it. So she went through hoopla. Then you get, the Wicked Witch of the East, and she just want her slippers. She just want the slippers, and she caught them: Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion, and of course, you know, Dorothy, Unalive, the witch. And then here comes the people who was working there for the Wicked Witch of the East. They just sing a brand new day, which was written by the one and only Luther Vandrosa. Yeah. Can't you feel the brand new day? Can't you feel the Michael Jackson killed part when he danced with the dancers, and I like how the dancers shed off their worker clothes, and it's like they're free, but the clothes that they wore underneath, I know what that represents, a symbol of how my people came into this country as slaves. So you rags and whatnot, and see the different shades of blackness. Oh my gosh, that I'm oh gosh. I love it. I love it. And then Diana Ross killed it. Lena Horne play as Glenda. Oh, she killed it. If you believe within your heart, you know. And then here comes Diana Ross as Dorothy singing home. So it's real she was singing that song. But I love what she said to Richard Pryor, play as Wiz. And he said, Dorothy, can you do something for me? She was like, I don't know what's in you. You got to figure that out for yourself. But I do know one thing: you never ever gonna find the answer in this room. I tried that all my life. It doesn't work. There's a whole world out there, but you got to begin by letting people see who you really are. But Michael Jackson, played as the Scarecrow, said something profound. He said, the success, fame, fortune, they are all illusions. Only that is real is the friendship that two can share. And then Dorothy was like, it's beautiful. Who said that? And he said, I did. Because he keeps quoting, people like Confucius, Shakespeare, what have you. But he created that on his own. And then she went back home. And say that, now with everything that she had gone through, she's telling her that she's ready. And like Glenda said, that home is not only a place that you can eat or sleep. Home is knowing what's in your mind, what's in your heart, what's in your courage. If we're honest with ourselves, home is anywhere. No matter where you go, you're always home. Okay. It's just a good story, and I hate that it didn't get the hype that it deserves, because people say, is why we all need an all black Wizard of Oz. I'm like, y'all paying attention to the wrong thing. Yes, it is the all black cast, but it's way different than the Wizard of Oz. It has a different storyline, different songs that people, no matter what color you are, you can relate to. And I think that people are getting that. So that's why I love it so much, because I get Dorothy. I am Dorothy. And her story is my story. And and just like the Wizard of Oz, this, the Wiz is, it's timeless and it still holds up if people pay attention. I'm not going to say today, only black people watch it. Most of us we do, but there are white people and there are Latino people, Asian people who watch the Wiz because they are fans of Michael Jackson, and they would say like they would tell people watch the Wiz. Yes, is Michael Jackson is in there, but at the same time, though, look at it because you will learn something. It's very different than The Wizard of Oz. And it's based on the Broadway play, The Wiz. Mabel King, she did a new, an afternoon, what it pleases me to do. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. Don't ever bring me. Don't you ever bring me. I know all bad news. Yeah, I didn't do the damn thing, but you know what? I tried. My voice ain't. But yeah, I love The Wiz. Y'all need to watch The Wiz. It's very good. It may not be y'all number one, but watch it. It's my number one. It's always going to be my number one. And it's so fun. I watch it during Christmas and Thanksgiving. So let's do a recap. Coming in at number 4 is 1961, West Side Story. Coming in at number 3 is 1965, The Sound of Music. Coming in at number 2 is 1997's Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. And coming in at number 1 is 1978's The Wiz. What is your favorite musical? Put in the comment section below, and I will see you next in my movie review of 1997's Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. So peace, love, and happiness to all of you. Stay cool, don't be no fool, and use a tool of what? Knowledge. Deuces. Bye.